That morning, the house fell silent. Zara was the first to notice. Mama Tessy's door had not opened. Not for morning prayers. Not for the soft sweep of the compound. Not for the smell of breakfast that usually floated from the kitchen. The air felt heavy, like a storm. Babajide knocked softly. "Tessy, my love." No answer. He knocked harder. Mayowa and Mina watched from the hallway, their eyes wide. When the lock finally broke with a loud crack, they saw her. Mama Tessy lay on the bed, her face calm, her hands folded. She was not moving. She was not breathing. The woman who had carried them, felt them, loved them through her pain, was gone. And in that quiet moment, something cold slipped into their hearts. A whisper. What have we done? Long before that quiet morning, in the village of Eko, where the red earth met the sky, and the bamboo trees stood like wise old grandparents, there lived 3 sisters. Their names were Zara, Mayowa, and Mina. Everyone in Eko knew them for their bright smiles and quick minds. But there was one secret they carried like a heavy stone. They were ashamed of their mother. Mama Tessy was a kind woman with warm hands and a soft voice. But sometimes, a shadow would fall over her mind. On good days, she sang while stirring pots of jollof rice, told stories to her children, braided their hair with gentle fingers. On hard days, the shadow came. She would walk around the compound, talking to people no one else could see. She would laugh at nothing or cry for no reason. The sisters did not understand. They only knew that when their mother was like this, neighbors would whisper, friends would cross the street to avoid them. Boys who wanted to cut them would suddenly look away. Zara, the oldest, felt the shame like a bone. "Why can't she be normal?" she would whisper to Mayowa. Mayowa, the middle sister, would nod, her eyes downcast. Mina, the youngest, just wanted to hide. They loved their mother, yes, but they also wanted to be like other girls, proud, unashamed, and free. Babajide, their father, never shamed Mama Tessy. He was a tall man with patient eyes. When the shadow came, he would sit with her, hold her hands, and hum old songs until the light returns to her eyes. He fed her when she forgot to eat. He protected her from unkind words. "She is my wife," he would say. "She is your mother." Love does not pick or choose. But the sisters were young, and the world can be cruel to those who are different. Slowly, without meaning to, they began to see their mother not as a person who needed love, but as a burden, a problem, something that made their lives harder. One evening, after their mother had wandered in the market, calling out names no one knew, Sarah pulled her sisters under the big mango tree. "We cannot live like this forever," she said, her voice low. "Papa is tired. His eyes look sad. What if he had someone else? Someone who can bring peace?" Mayowa bit her lip. Mina looked at the ground. They did not answer, but the idea stayed like a seed in dry soil waiting for rain. The day the doctors came, the compound felt different. Men in white coats spoke softly with Babajide. They said Mama Tessy needed special care far away, in a quiet place where people who understood her shadow. "It is for her healing," Babajide said, his voice thick. The sisters nodded. They helped pack their mother's things. They hugged her tightly. But when the car drove away, carrying their mother towards hope, the sisters felt something they did not want to feel: a relief. The house was quieter. The whispers from neighbors stopped. For the first time in years, they walked to the market without lowering their eyes. But quiet can feel lonely. Babajide moved through the house like a man missing a song. He ate less. He smiled less. The sisters saw it, and Zara remembered her idea under the mango tree. "Papa," she said one evening as fireflies danced outside, "you have carried so much. You deserve joy. What if you find someone new? Not to replace Mama, but to share your days." Babajide looked at her, surprised. "My heart belongs to your mother," he said gently. But Zara leaned closer. "Love can grow, Papa. And we need a mother who can stand with us in public." Mayowa and Mina nodded. Slowly, Babajide's eyes softened. He did not say yes, but he did not say no as well. Days turned into weeks. Then, one evening, Babajide called his daughters. His face was shy, like a boy with a secret. "I have met someone," he said. "Her name is Lizzy. She lives in the island. She understands." The sisters exchanged glances. Hope flickered in their chests. They met Auntie Lizzy. After some days, she was tall and graceful, with eyes that smiled before her lips did. She wore Ankara cloth that matched the sunset. She spoke softly. She asked about their school, their dreams. She brought small gifts: sweet puff-puff for Mina, a new notebook for Mayowa, a ribbon for Zara's hair. "You are beautiful girls," she said. "Strong, smart, just like your father." The sisters felt seen, valued, proud. Auntie Lizzy came to their home often. She helped with the house chores. She cooked meals that made the compound smell like a celebration. She listened to Zara's worries about exams, helped Mayowa count money for her small bead business, and sat with Mina when she had bad dreams. She never raised her voice, never looked at him, never acted strange. She was everything their mother was not. And the sisters began to hope. Maybe this was the answer. Maybe peace could be this simple. Babajide began to laugh again. His shoulders relaxed. He sang old songs while reading the newspaper. The house felt lighter, brighter. The sisters invited friends over without fear. They walked to church with Auntie Lizzy head high as neighbors greeted them warmly. What a lovely family, people would say. And the sisters would smile, believing they have finally fixed what was broken. They did not notice how Auntie Lizzy's kindness always came with a question. Do you really miss her? Or isn't it better now? They did not see the way her eyes would grow still when their mother's name was mentioned. They only felt the warmth of being accepted, and that warmth felt like love. One afternoon, Auntie Lizzy suggested a family photo. They dressed in matching blue Ankara. They stood together in their compound, smiling as the camera clicked. Babajide's arm was around Auntie Lizzy. The sisters leaned close. In that moment, everything felt perfect. The shame was gone. The whispers had stopped. They had the mother they always wanted. Or so they thought, though. They did not know that some seed grow thorns. They did not know that peace built on someone else's pain is not peace at all. They did not know that Auntie Lizzy's smile hid a story written in tears. And they certainly did not know that the quiet woman in the spare room far away was getting stronger, healing, and soon coming back home. The letter arrived on a Tuesday. Babajide's hands shook as he read it. Mama Tessy is well, he whispered. The treatment worked. She is coming home. The room went still. Zara's smile froze. Mayowa dropped her bead. Mina's eye filled with confusion. Coming home? But they had built a new life. A happy life with Auntie Lizzy. The sisters looked at each other, panic fluttering in their chests like trapped birds. They had not planned for this, so they had not wanted this. Mama Tessy's return felt like a storm on a clear day. Babajide saw their faces. She is still your mother, he said softly. We will welcome her with love. But love felt complicated now, heavy. The sisters nodded, but their hearts whispered a different truth. What will she think of Auntie Lizzy? What will Auntie Lizzy think of her? The house, once full of laughter, suddenly held its breath, waiting. Mama Tessy's arrived on a sunny morning. She wore a simple dress, her hair neatly braided, her eyes were clear, bright. She carried a small bag and a smile that reaches her eyes. My children, she said, opening her arms. But Zara, Mayowa, and Mina did not run to her. They stood still, unsure. Behind them, Auntie Lizzy appeared in the doorway, graceful and calm. Babajide stepped forward to greet her wife. Tessy, welcome home. Mama Tessy's smile wavered as she saw Auntie Lizzy standing close to her husband. She looked at her daughters, searching their faces for warmth. She found hesitation, fear, even shame. "What is happening?" she asked, her voice trembling. Before Babajide could answer, Zara stepped forward. "Mama," she said, not unkindly but firmly, "you have been away. Papa needed someone. Auntie Lizzy has been good to us." Mayowa added, "We were so embarrassed before. People whispered. We just wanted peace." Mina looked at the ground, unable to meet her mother's eye. Mama Tessy's face changed. The light in her eyes dimmed. She looked at Babajide, her husband, the man who once promised to be her home. He opened his mouth, but no words came. Auntie Lizzy placed a gentle hand on his arm, a small gesture, but it spoke volumes. Mama Tessy understood. Her shoulders slumped. She did not cry, she did not shout. She simply turned, walked to her room, and closed the door. The click of the lock sounded like a period at the end of a sentence. The sisters stood in the hallway, the taste of their words bitter on their tongues. They had wanted peace. But why did it feel so much like loss? That night, the house was quiet. Too quiet. No laughter from the living room, no soft humming from the kitchen, just the distant sound of crickets and the heavy weight of unspoken things. Zara lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. She remembered their mother's face when she saw Auntie Lizzy. The hurt, the confusion. "We did the right thing," Zara told herself. "Didn't we?" Mayowa tossed and turned, replying, "Mama is quiet. What is happening?" Mina cried softly into her pillow, missing the way her mother used to braid her hair before bed. Down the hill, Babajide sat on the couch, looking at the stars. He thought of his promise to Tessy. "Even if the world turns against you, I will remain your home." When did he break that promise? Was it when he agreed to meet Auntie Lizzy? When he let his daughter's shame guide his heart? Or was it in a thousand small moments of silence when he did not speak up for the woman who had stood by him through storms? In the room, Mama Tessy sat on the edge of the bed. She heard the silence. She felt the distance. She remembered the nights she stayed up, nursing feverish children. The days she sold her beads to pay for school fees. The love that never wavered, even when her mind did. Tears fell silently onto her hands. Not angry tears, but sad tears. The kind that come when you realized that the people you loved the most see you as a burden. She lay down, pulling her blanket over her shoulders. She did not pray for revenge. She did not curse anyone. She simply whispered, "God, hold them, even when I cannot." And she closed her eyes, hoping sleep would bring peace.